What's going on, people? Back with a bang. This is the Money Management, back here with another video for you guys today. So it's been a crazy few days in the market. I know a lot of us had high hopes for the meme stocks like AMC, BlackBerry, GameStop. Other stocks have gone under the radar like Clover Health, Wendy's. You know, there's many different stocks which are being shorted right now, pumped by Wallstreetbets. Hedge funds are trying to make a sell out of. There's so much different things going on in the stock market right now. But as of this moment, I'd just like to take this chance to at least enlighten you guys, inform you guys on what you can do to protect yourself, to make money, to ensure you're okay going forward. Now, this is going to be a pretty interesting video because there's so many different stocks you guys probably, missing under the radar, don't know about, wondering which stocks are to come next, what's going to happen, this and that. And don't worry, we're going to touch on a few different things to help you guys understand things a little bit more. Now, before we do that, I'd just like you guys to drop a thumbs up to show some support. It's definitely appreciated. As always, make sure you guys comment, let me know your thoughts on the video, let me know if you're invested in any of these stocks, let me know if you own options on any of these stocks. And of course, if you're new around here, make sure you guys hit the red button below, subscribe to the channel for more videos just like this. So I'd like to start off with the three main ones. The two main ones are really AMC and GameStop, but I'll add BlackBerry in there as well. This week has been extremely underwhelming. AMC was down today, like over 10%. It's down after hours, like another 5%. BlackBerry had a horrible day. It's now in the $14 range. GameStop actually had a decent day, but is now selling off after hours. Think about this. Yes, the past week has been rough for all three of those. Look back at the past month if you want some perspective. Look where they were 3 months ago. Look where they were at the start of the year if you would like some real perspective. So far, we've made some great gains. People have made great gains with these stocks. Others have lost money with these stocks in recent times because of following hype. But if you're strategic with these, that should not be the case. You should not be losing money. Now, we're going to come back to those three stocks in just a second. But now I'd like to talk about two new stocks which seem to be the meme stocks, or added into these meme stocks, pumped by Wallstreetbets, pumped by Reddit, one of the Wallstreetbets stocks. That is Clover Health and Wendy's, ticker symbol CLOV and WEN. So both of these were up ridiculous amounts yesterday. Clover Health, I think, was up almost 100% at one point. Wendy's was up a solid 50, 60%. It might have even been more if I'm not mistaken. Now, what happened with both of these today, I'm obviously recording this a few hours after market close. Well, both of these sold off heavily. And actually, you can also add in Wish to these two. They sold off heavily today. A ridiculous amount. Wendy's sold off about 12 to 13%, and Clover Health sold off like over 25% in one day. Now, what happened with these is a lot of people got burned. People bought call options, short-term call options, and they were hoping to make a lot of money. Why? Well, because they've seen the run up from yesterday with both of these stocks. Clover Health was around $10 last week. It might have even been less. Honestly, it was one of the stocks I was going to put on my watch list to watch this week, but I thought, yeah, it's Clover. It doesn't really do much. Well, it proved me wrong. It shot up to, I don't even know how high it shot up. This stock ran up to past $32, I believe, yesterday. It was ridiculous. Now, these stocks are going to burn a lot of people. They're going to make a lot of people money. They're going to burn a lot of other people. One thing you can do when it comes to these stocks, if you do want to get in on them, wait for these dips. And when you get in on these dips, don't buy call options which expire this Friday, because I know people that have been burnt badly today by these two, and also Wish. And I know people who have made money because of puts. If you were talking to me yesterday, then you would have seen that I said buy puts on Clove, because this thing can't keep running up like this. I didn't expect it to fall off that heavily, but clearly it doesn't matter what I think, it fell off rapidly. But these kind of stocks, you can buy puts, you can buy call options if you're going to use a longer term expiry. And even with your puts, be careful with them. You don't want it to be too short term expiry, because if the stock runs up even more, then you're out of luck. Now, another stock I want to look at is Sundial, ticker symbol SNDL. This is a cannabis stock, and this is being heavily shorted. Sundial is 33% shorted, and it's another one which could just run up on any given day. Now, last week it had a nice run up along with Naked Brands, ticker symbol NAKD. Yes, I know this is so many different stocks and tickers to hear out, and there's going to be more. But yeah, Sundial ran up last week. People got excited. People wanted to buy $1.50 calls, $2 calls for short-term expiry. Obviously, that was not the move. It's being shorted right now, and just like AMC, the squeeze might not have fully been underway yet. It might have just been a little pump, last week, and maybe we're back down to earth for a short period of time, for the near future. Now, one thing I'd like you guys to do with many of these stocks I just mentioned, to be honest, but most particularly AMC, because I know there's a lot of AMC shareholders out there, and a lot of people who own AMC stocks or own AMC options or own AMC in some form. So for those of you who do own AMC, listen up. If you're going to buy call options, give yourself enough time to expiry. There are a few call options looking good for June 18th, which is next week, but maybe the time for that has sailed. Maybe the boat for that has sailed. There are some of you guys who own shares, and when you're seeing your shares fall from $60, $70 back down to 45s and 40s, you probably get worried, you probably panic, you probably want to sell. Do not sell. This is what the hedge fund owners, this is what the financial guys, the big finance guys, this is what the big boys want you to do. They want you to sell. They want to scare you into selling. That helps them. We as the retail investor have enough power. And of course, you've got Citadel there as well who own enough, and they're probably fighting just as hard as we are, if not more. We do not need to sell. We do not have to sell. You can hold these shares for 20 years if you like, 50 years if you like, 100 years if you like. You're not in any obligation to sell if you own shares. If you own call options, well, it depends when you got in. But for those of us who got in last week or weeks before or months before, you are up by a substantial amount. And there's a couple of different things you can do with this. You can sell your options when you're up and take out the money and buy shares. You can also, on the dips, of course, you can also exercise your option, close to expiry. Another thing you can do actually is find, enough time to expiry when you're buying those options. But when you're getting close to those expiries, sell when you're up and buy more call options for a further out date. The squeeze has not begun yet. The squeeze is not underway. We're just seeing some random pumps. I know last week, Wednesday, AMC pumped almost 100% in a day. It went from around, $30, $31, maybe even less on June 1st, Tuesday last week, all the way to highs of $72 Wednesday before trading was halted. There are going to be many different instances like that, and they're going to occur spontaneously. We can't actually prepare for those moments. What you can do in those moments is take your profits when you're up high enough. Take out your initial investment. Take out the money that you cannot afford to risk losing anymore. If you're up 300, 400, 500% and you still want more, you need to take a step back and say, wait, what happens when AMC falls 10% overnight? What happens when AMC drops off 20% in a day? Because it's ran up this much, surely it can run down just as quick. And that is the case. With these kind of stocks, you need to be wary. You need to have a bit of perspective and need to manage your trades, manage your risk. There's going to be a lot of people who make money off AMC call options, AMC shares, but there's also going to be a lot of people who make money off us losing money. So you've got to be smart with your trades. You've got to be wise with your decisions. And again, if you own shares, you've got to be brave and hold those shares. No matter what, hold those shares. That squeeze is coming. Those shares are going to boom eventually. These shorts still need to cover their shares, and eventually we're going to see the real squeeze. Expect AMC to skyrocket again. I don't know when it was going to hit three figures. It might be next week. It might be at the end of the month. Who knows? But if you own shares, hold those shares. I'm telling you guys, I had, GameStop options back in January, $38. If I had at least exercised those shares or just bought some shares at that point, they'd be worth over $200 each right now. That is the whole reason I say hold shares. If you own AMC and you got in at $10, $13, $14 or $20, $25, hold those shares. When AMC is at $100 or $150, or eventually, the 1,000 people are talking about, you're going to be very grateful. So don't worry about what's happening in the short term, the hedge fund owners, the financial guys, don't worry about that. Hold your shares, and if you've got those options, play it smart. I've just told you how to play it. Play that smart. So there's one last stock I'd like to talk about, which is Sensonomics, ticker symbol SENS. This is a stock that I had placed a trade on back in February, and it was a pretty good double up. Now it's showing the same kind of patterns, same kind of signs that it was showing back then, and I believe this could be potential for another double up right now. It is a very cheap stock. It's in fact, I think it's under $3 right now. It is one that has call options for $3.50 or $5 in this short term in the near future. But if you can get in on these dips, I know it's sort of heavily today, if you can get in on these kind of dips, get in on these pullbacks and put maybe an option out for 2 months, maybe if you need 3 months, that is going to help you. There are stocks going under the radar just like this. There's so many different stocks going on the radar, that people are not talking about. But to be honest, there are also so many different stocks which are running right now. You've got LOTZ, you've got AHT, you've got Workhorse, you've got so many different stocks. In fact, WPG is another one which I have now more than doubled my money. I bought 80-cent contracts for WPG. I bought 30 contracts, and these ran up today to highs of $2.13 each. That is nearly a triple up. Yes, I took out my initial investment and kept another 17 contracts. That is how you can trade some of these plays. You don't have to go all in on AMC or all in on a BlackBerry to make money. There are so many different plays running up right now, so many different other stocks which are being squeezed, so many stocks which are just doing all sorts of madness. You can make money in these kind of situations, but you just need to know that it's not only about the AMC, it's not only about the BlackBerry. People are moving their attention elsewhere. People are making money from other stocks. IVR is another one that I have owned since February. I own these options, and today the options themselves went up over 1700% in one single trading day. That is ridiculous. To put that into perspective, yesterday actually, my contracts were worth 2 cents per contract. Today, they ran up to highs of 78 cents per contract within a day. Yes, so that is ridiculous. And there are many different plays like this. So don't get hung up on the meme stocks, the AMCs, the BlackBerries, and forget about the other plays that are out there. Do your research, go on Reddit if you need to, social media, find out what other stocks could run. Now, Wendy's and Clover are two that I told you today, fell off heavily. Wish is another one, SENS is another one. These are potential options. Just put your call options a little bit further out. Maybe diversify your positions. Don't use money that you cannot risk losing, as always. But it is very choppy market right now. It's a difficult market. It's more of a day trader market than a swing trader market right now. But you can still profit off swing trades like I did with WPG in this case. But overall, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I hope you guys feel a little bit better about the short-term future, about what's to come. Again, it's not an easy market right now. A lot of stocks are being squeezed right now. There are a lot of short shares. There are a lot of people who need to cover their positions in various stocks. There are a lot of meme stocks being pumped. Reddit's getting involved. It's pretty interesting, but it's pretty wild at the same time. Again, you guys know what to do. Manage your risk. You go back to basics. Use things that are going to protect you so you can minimize your risk and maximize the reward in this very choppy market. So thanks a lot for watching today's video, guys. Let's end the week strong. A couple trading days left. And apart from that, make sure you guys drop the like, thumbs up, the comments, the sub shares, all that stuff. Make sure you guys check out the stock option starter pack. That will help you when it comes to stock options, trading stock options in these kind of markets. I see a lot of questions to do with stock options, and many of those are actually answered in the starter pack. Also, make sure you guys check out the Discord. It is a premium Discord, $15 a month, so please do check that out. And lastly but not least, please check out the link to Robinhood, the KuCoin link, and also Coinbase. You can get free stocks or free cryptos through those. But thanks a lot for watching today's video. That's it from me. I got money to making. You got stocks to be chasing. See you guys next time for another video. Peace.
Game over.